it shouldn't be that hard to think of this kit, because once I'm finished building him, I'm going to use him as a template on the scale of the building. I know that a building should be somewhere around 5 to 6 to 7 stories high, depending on the building, depending on the style. And I'm gonna have to review the video of Unicorn again, because there's a great battle scene within the city with the GMs going up against the Jauga, what I like to call the elephant mobile suit. That's actually a cool kit that came out, and a bit surprising. It's episode 4 of Unicorn is one of my favorite episodes to watch. Oh yeah, there's the other the last 3 were okay, but to see a collection of mobile suits like that, recolored up, probably modified a bit here and there, is a welcome sight. That was the reason why I got inspired, part of the reason why I got inspired to do the diorama. So I wonder how, or what would episode 5 of Unicorn will be like. Who knows? Alright, so now we're going to begin building this kit, and we'll start off with what's on the first thing on the manual, and that is, of course, the torso. And I'm building this first, before painting, for those of you who are coming to the program right now. And I'll repeat myself over and over so that way you guys get it. Alright, so I put the yellow trim on. That'll show up like that. And then you have the neck part, so that part is done. Then you have these 2 parts, and by the way, be very careful, because there's identical parts like this that look like this, and I think these were the ones that were omitted from the kit. So you want the one that's kind of like this. Next thing, of course, is the polycaps. PCA. Where's A? There we go. This is pretty much straightforward. You want to put them right like that. And then this one like this. And then it has to be like this, in this position. So it looks like this. Here, let me put the other one on. See? Then we need another piece, letter D. Put that right there. And then you seal it up with the back. Fairly simple. Now I'm gonna reopen it up again. Maybe. Should I? Yeah, I have to, because I didn't realize something. No, not that I didn't realize, I just didn't think about this at this moment until now. And while I'm attempting to separate these 2 parts, let me make a note that many people were asking me if I was ever going to enter the Gundam Eclipse Summer Wars campaign. Wasn't paying much attention to it, considering I had this focused, and then it wasn't until Prime 92 told me it was happening between now and June till the end of till October 15th, and then I realized, wait a minute, that's the weekend falling under Comic-Con. And I said, yeah, sure. So you guys know, and I did post stuff on the forum. My entry, since my diorama is going to be part of the Gundam build, Summer Wars campaign, this is my entry right here. Alright, so the reason why I separated it is because I want to put a little bit of glue here and here. It's bleeding through here, so it's gonna probably be stuck somewhere, but that's okay. As long as I can close it up, that'll be fine. This one has to go back in there. Now I can seal it up. And that way it bleeds right through, and then I can sand it down later on. Alright. This one goes into the back like so. Oh, but I need to put this one on first. The part that holds up the beam saber. Oh, wait a minute. Before I put that on, I have this part that goes like this. No, sorry, like that. Is that correct? I screwed it up. Alright. You know, it shouldn't take this long for me to build a high-grade kit. Especially Gundam torso. There we go. And then we have the red part that goes like that. Then we put this one. Oh, we gotta put the thrusters on this. There we go. Some parts I'm going to probably pop out because I have to paint. So that's kind of given. There we go. I might as well put this one on just to get out of the way. Alright, so there's the torso done for the Type C. Then I'm going to sand these down here, and around there as well. Alright, let's move on to the next part. Alright, so the next part of the build will be the head of the Type C. Very few parts here, very quick. However, I want to focus on this little part right here. This is the actual inside face of the head, which supposedly is supposed to be green, charcoal. But what I did was I took my my Gundam marker GM 100-300, which is silver. And I painted the inside silver, so that way when I put the green face mask over it, it gives it a nice look to it. So let's do this. I'm going to put these two here, like that. Wait a minute, I gotta check that manual. Yeah, that should be like that. And then we have this part here that you bring it in like so. So it looks like that. Then we have the next head that comes back here. This one is a tough one because I'm gonna probably have the same problem with the torso. So let's try this. I want to at least glue the inside, you know, this, and then good. It bleeded right through, and then I can sand it down, make it nice and smooth, try to get the seam lines out of it, you know. Then we have the side face mask that goes here, and then this one goes here, and then finally, and I forgot to get this, but I'll get it right now, we have the antennae that goes in the back. pretty loose. I think I'm going to glue that. There we go. Since I had to remove this antenna from the tree, and there's like a nub there, I had to get my sanding paper and then wrap it around, doing like this, so that way I can sand it down easily. But I had to be very careful. I did not want this thing to break. All right. So there's the head, as you can see, with the silver in the background. Came out nice. When the time comes for me to airbrush this visor will be covered with Tamiya tape, especially this little part right there. So the head is done. Let's move on to the next part. Now we're going to move on to the arms of the Type C, and we'll begin with the middle part of the arm, which happens to be the elbow. And for this, you will need this part. Then we have this part that goes like this. This one that has to go like this in this position, so it looks like that. And then you get the next one to seal it up. Be careful with the orientation, because one could be wrong and it'll be a little off. So just keep an eye on the manual, best as possibly can. Before I put the upper thigh, the bicep armor, I'm going to take this part, put it in like that, and then, not this one, I'm going to put this one in here, so the polycap that will hold the wrist, that's part of the wrist connection to the hand. Now, before I put these two together, to thoroughly apply a vigorous amount of glue, so that way the parts bleed out. Put some in the holes. There we go. And then seal it up. And then, kind of like how I could use this, I can just apply a little pressure. Make sure I get everything. So it's nicely tight. Then I'll apply a little glue just in case to fill in the gaps, and then as it dries out, I will I'll sand it down again. Alright, so the next part is this, which goes here. And as you can see, it's bendable like that. I forgot a few parts here. Didn't just notice that now. That will be part of the elbow. I mean the shoulder connection. And there's another part here, this guy. Put that in there. And then get this in there. Okay. Okay, now sand it down a bit. This part of the shoulder connection won't be shown, considering they're gonna have this. In which case, I keep it like this, and then, like before, apply a rigorous amount of glue in the parts that you know it's going to bleed out, especially here in that this part of the shoulder armor, and then just carefully put it together like so. Then squeeze it a bit, let the glue bleed out a bit, and then that way later on you could sand it down. And you put it on, and then that's it. Let me put some of the hands on so you can see how it looks. There's a lot of hands here. This one has its own little joint that you can actually turn this way and that way, so it's kind of cool. That hand is going to be carefully modified a bit. I'm going to just have to remove the part to paint. But here are the arms. The arms are done. I'm just going to let it dry a bit more, and then you know, we do the cool things that everybody's waiting for me to do. Alright, let's now move on to the next part.